Now, this next piece is a far cry from the inspirational happiness that this piece is. And the psychology behind it is the drastic mood swing from what is invoked by this piece to this piece, which has been described to me as shattering. Makes it all the more memorable. And this piece primarily speaks out against child abuse, though it can be adapted to really any form of domestic violence. So this is called 3 Years to Yesteryear. Granted, it's now been 5 years since the events that take place in this poem. And this is one that I wrote myself. And could you close the door, as this one has a few really loud moments. And just to preface, this one is very intense and very raw and very emotional. So this is 3 Years to Yesteryear by yours truly.
This is all entirely your fault! Because of your stupid pride. We can no longer see each other. Are you happy now? Because I'll tell you something. I am miserable without you. It has been 3 entire years since, and yet it feels just like yesterday that you cracked my rib, because when you asked me to spar, I thought, she's just a girl, this shouldn't be too hard, completely ignoring the black belt you wore around your waist. Yet, it's been near 3 years, and though I know it's not my fault, I cannot help but feel this unrelenting guilt that I am the one to blame for this divide, that because of me, you are no longer here at my side. And yet it seems just like yesterday, we were wandering through those old woods, me a nervous wreck because I was trying to muster the courage to tell you how I felt and I wanted you to be mine, but I was stumbling every time. Though, you never were one for the ways of old. The guy asking the girl, that just wouldn't be told. You were just that bold as you grabbed hold, and together we ventured into the unknown. How could I forget that moment? It was my first kiss. Our first kiss. It felt so right, and we still had so much to look forward to. After all, we had just started high school, and with 2 hearts like ours, forever was such an easy mark. Truth be told, though, it has been over 3 years since you made me make that promise. That promise that I forever regret, and every day hence wish I had broken. That promise that continues to haunt my every waking dream. That promise that pops up every day in the back of my mind while I try to push this pain aside. That promise I made that remains so vivid it ought to have been yesterday when I saw that bruise on your face and you forced me to swear not to utter a single word about the hell that you called home. That promise that covered every hit, every bruise, every broken bone, and every tear. Oh my dear, why did I honor such an unmerciful vow? But a promise is a promise. And pride must not be pushed aside. The curtain must rise. Remorse is at my side as guilt strides out for final call to take his bow in this tragedy abound. And now I stand alone in the dark with only a thought as to how things could have been and how things should have been, with only guilt and remorse here to tuck me in. But where is pride, I say? Where has he run off to, I ask? Why, he's with you. Because it is you, after all, who caused this fall. To ask for help? What use is that when one can go it alone and keep pride intact? 3 years. 3 long, miserable, cold, and lonely years. And yet, and still yet, it feels just like yesterday. Just like yesterday, my dear, that you were once here. In the year 2008, 1,730 children between the ages of 0 and 17 died by way of abuse. Do not help add to this statistic as I have. Promise to break that promise of silence. Abuse never ever just goes away.